Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, I am Penguin, and I would like to welcome you to MLG Metalopolis, where I will be casting a game between LiquidHerO, the blue Protoss in the bottom position, and dignitasSjoW, the red Terran, in the top spawn location. Hero has been attracting a lot of attention in the last couple of weeks, winning Dreamhack, sort of pounding through his bracket there, his groups in his bracket over there, and coming second in the NASL, absolutely destroying everybody until he had his Dreamhack finals rematch with Puma, where Puma finally beat him. But Hero has been doing very, very well in the last couple of weeks. He hadn't really been getting the attention he deserved, I feel, beforehand, since he'd never really won any major things. He was always putting in really good performances, but never really winning. So I'm happy for him that he's finally won a couple of games. Show I know less about. I know he's Swedish. I know he's good. I know he's done pretty well in a couple of MLGs. Not won anything, though. He might have won a Dreamhack or something. I haven't actually followed Dreamhack until recently, so don't stone me. Alright, so, anyway, we are in MLG Metalopolis. The cross-spawn locations should be interesting. Hero putting down his gateway. We're not going to see any Forge first shenanigans from him. There's a barracks going up at the front for dignitasSjoW. And SjoW, from what I've seen, I've seen very few games of his, but from what I've seen, he favors a pretty marine-heavy playstyle, pretty bio-heavy playstyle. I could be wrong. Like I said, I've only seen a couple of games of him. And Hero just can really pull anything out of his hat. He's just an incredibly versatile player. Both of the players are going to be finishing up their gases right about now. And Hero continuing to chrono out those probes. Lovely little chrono boost, allowing the Protoss that little tiny advantage in the early game as far as workers go. And yeah, looks like he's gonna be walling off here. Pretty standard. I mean, it's not something that everybody does against Terran or Protoss opponents, but still relatively standard. Gonna be getting his orbital command. SjoW is gonna see absolutely everything. Gonna steal 5 minerals because why not? Thievery is always fun. Did I say SjoW? I mean Hero, sorry. And this Marine should be able to pick off that probe. Probe is going to run, try to survive as long as possible, try to regenerate his shields, maybe get out if he can get full shields. Will manage a gas steal. And did he see the factory coming up? He did not see the factory, so he didn't get that little tidbit of information, but he has seen the gas, so he can assume it was a factory first opening. Since he has this lovely assimilator here, he can always click on that gas, see how much has been harvested. Should tell the tale relatively nicely. Gonna be chroming out the Stalker rather than the Warp Gate, and it's actually very interesting. He hasn't spent a single chrono boost on the Warp Gate and doesn't have very much saved up for it either. Stalker, it looks like he's gonna go scouting with the Stalker. A bit of aggressive scouting. And oh, he's gonna be throwing up a Stargate in the back. I like this. I am a fan of Stargate openings. Very, very irritating to be on the receiving end of those, but very fun to watch and cast. So, Cybernetics Core finally getting a bit of chrono on it, getting a bit of chrono love. The second gateway going to be going up for Hero in the backish area as well. And that gas has finally been taken down. Ooh, there is a Hellion moving across the map, and that bunker up there will prevent that Stalker from getting any really useful information. He does have confirmation on that factory after seeing the Hellion. Does SjoW not know where Hero is yet? No, he doesn't. Interesting. Ready to raise some hell, apparently. SCV is continuing to come out. SjoW has a pretty nice supply lead now, actually. But he has gotten himself supply blocked for a couple seconds. And this is a Phoenix, not a Void Ray. There is a sentry here to prevent that Hellion from doing any major damage. Instead, the Hellion's just going to go man this watchtower. Keep a fair eye on things. It'll be interesting to see if he sees these lovely Phoenixes slash whatever may come afterwards moving out with that vision. I don't think he will, but he might. Probe just sort of chilling down here, waiting for the necessary minerals to throw up that Nexus. There's the word I was looking for. Yes. Still only 2 warp gates. A third Phoenix coming out, not going in favor of those Void Rays at this point. I need to set myself to busy. Busy. Yep. And yeah, we're seeing 3. Ooh, the Phoenixes are going to be seen by... Oh, they're going to see the medevac. Oh, will he take this out before it lands? They do pretty slow damage, but no, he doesn't take down any of the Hellions inside it, but is able to lift one, take it down. Will he be able to do the same with any of these two? Will he catch up? I believe they have the same movement speed, but there's another Hellion being picked up and picked off as well. Wow, nice move by Hero. Taking out a medevac and 2 Hellions essentially for free will also delay the production of that barracks and get away without taking any permanent damage on those Phoenixes. Very nice. We'll be moving that starport off the tech lab and landing it in the middle of nowhere. Just going to be producing the medevacs one at a time. Will he get any kills? Oh, he picks up the mule! Brilliant bit of skill there by Hero, choosing the mule. The mule is, of course, mine 3 times faster than workers. Great choice there. Has to be careful not to take any permanent damage on these Phoenixes, though. They are essentially paper planes as far as health goes. Oh, picks off another mule. Does take a bit of damage on that Phoenix there, but not enough to really justify the loss of 2 mules, 3 Hellions, a medevac, and God knows what else. The in-base expansion is up. We'll be morphing that into an orbital before moving across. That, of course, allows it to gain energy while it moves. There are now 5 Phoenixes here, going for a very Phoenix-heavy build. I can't help but feel like he was trying to bait the units over there. There is, of course, that missile turret in there that will prevent him from doing much, but he's going to be able to prevent any drops from moving out. He has complete and total map control as well. Not getting anything else out of there at this point. Does have a robo, as well as 2 more gateways coming up. What's this? Oh, and a robo bay as well. Going to be going Colossus. Very, very smart choice. He sees lots and lots of Marines, lots and lots of bio. Show style. We'll be sort of focusing. I guess what his goal is here, he's obviously trying to get some nice shots like, oh, free Hellion. He did also take off one of the guys who was mining off this gas as well. But not just he's not doing this just to get the worker kills. I think he's also just trying to force dignitasSjoW to react and to spend some of those actions per minute that he has, some of those 73 actions per minute that he has on defending his units, on moving those around rather than concentrating on his macro. Hero, as we saw in the APM tab, for a second has far superior APM at this point, but that's not necessarily the sign of a brilliant player. Robo Bay is going to be starting Thermal Lance, as well as a Colossus coming out of that Robo facility. There aren't very many ground units at the moment, just these 3 Stalkers and that 3 Sentries and that Stalker, rather. And still hasn't lost a single Phoenix. Fantastic control by Hero, displaying why he won Dreamhack and why he came second at NASL. That Bioforce is going to be able to take these out with relative ease, but of course, all he's doing is just goading them around. The movement speed on those Phoenixes is so fast. But Phoenixes are much like Mutalisks against a ball of Marines like this. They move fast, but one misclick and they're all dead. But this is Hero. Misclicks are few and far between. SjoW is going to have to play well enough to not be relying on hoping for Hero to make a little bit of a misclick. 1 Colossus is out. A lot of Zealots coming out now as well. Does he have a Twilight Council? No Twilight Council in sight. Throwing down 2 more gateways as well. Looks like he's ready to throw down this next as soon as he gets 400 minerals as well. So he's just getting pretty far ahead at this point. SjoW is supply blocked. And these Phoenixes just keep taking things down one at a time. It's the little things that add up in the end, though. So it's going to be, I mean, looking at the units lost, he's lost 800 resources worth of units, which may not seem like a huge amount, but that's 16 more Marines that could be in this fighting ball in this upcoming engagement. Oh, that's another thing that was picked off there. I didn't quite see what. But with 2 Colossi and extended Thermal Lance, as well as Guardian Shield and Force Fields, oh, this can't be going. Oh, the Box of Pain! That is not looking good for dignitasSjoW. Gets everything absolutely obliterated. Absolutely brilliant Force Fields by LiquidHerO. And SjoW, whose supply was practically even, now plummets down to under 70. Wow. And it looks like he's just going to continue pushing across the map, looking to take out this expansion and maybe end this game right now. There's not much here. Few Marauders, few more Marines, but he still hasn't lost a Phoenix. If he can lift off all of those Marines or all of those Marauders and just take out everything else, should be really easy. Once again, a free Marauder. Will he force field? Oh, what are the force fields going down? No force field's really going down. All the sentries are out of energy. But the Colossi retreating to the high ground. Oh, not the best engagement for Hero. Losing both Colossi, all of the sentries, and still keeping alive all those Phoenixes, though. Ooh. Not what he wanted there. Charge is on the way. Zealot Charge, as well as the Templar Archives. So, looks like we could be seeing some fantastic storms if he plays his cards right. Picking off individual units here, there, and everywhere. Ooh, taking some damage on that Phoenix. He might be getting a little overeager with these Phoenixes, I feel. But he hasn't lost any yet, though, so... to each his own. Moving across the map with a pretty formidable force here. A lot of these are already hurt by the stim it took to hold off that last attack, though. And he's going to get a couple of good pot shots off before they even engage. The force field's doing very well, and the Zealots, even without charge, are tearing them apart. And the Phoenix is coming in from behind to take out all air. And there are only Marauders left. Nothing to take those down. Free medevacs. Look at the units lost. Look at the units lost. And this sort of chilling doesn't have enough energy to lift, but he does have enough units to sort of push across the map and hopefully deal some good damage. Looking in at the units tab, Hero is ahead in workers, which is good to an extent, but that also means that SJW has more of that supply given over to Army. Army supply is still swinging in Hero's favor, though. Oh, that's a nice little ball moving out over here. That's a large number of Zealots. 6 entries, 1 Colossus, and 11 Zealots. Still spending a lot of time keeping these alive. Looks like he lost one, though. He did, in fact, lose one of those Phoenixes, but there's a Warp Prism in here. And he's going to be warping in the close-by-air area, the close-by-air spawn location. And I can only assume that he's just going to lift guys in afterwards. Yep, going to be warping in. Oh, warping in High Templar. 2 High Templar, 2 Zealots. And will he lose any of those? No, he won't lose any this time around. But there is a bit of an engagement here. Only 1 Colossus, though. There's a 2nd Colossus on the way. He's only now starting his level 1 upgrades. Infantry level 2 is well on the way, and he's just able to pick off a lot of those sentries. We are lacking in the upgrades department, Hero. And a Viking is out to deal with these Phoenixes, and oh, it doesn't even get that Viking. 1 Phoenix remains. Even that taking a lot of damage. But these High Templar have generated enough energy to do some severe damage to SJW. Be interesting to see what he does. Warp Prism speed is on the way, actually, which indicates that he wants to continue this Warp Prism play. Indicates that he wants to continue putting on this sneaky pressure. And where is he going to go? He's going to go for the natural. It's going to be hard to sneak in without taking any shots from that missile turret. Will he manage it? No, he won't, but he will get those in. Oh, brilliant storms! Destroying the SCVs. That Archon does not look like it will be able to morph, though. No, taken out. But that was a very nice hit. Wow. Actually, the resources lost is sort of even out now. SJW going to continue pushing out. He's pretty far behind in as far as supply blockage goes. He's only building the depots 1 at a time. When you're at the supply, I disagree with that. You should be building 2 at a time, 3 at a time. There we go. And he will be moving out across the map with this pretty large force. But SJW does have this 3rd base up and running. It's been up and running for a while. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 warp gates. Able to pump out those units very fast. 3 Colossi, he has resumed production of those. Does have 1 Immortal and a large number of High Templar here. 4 High Templar. And oh, he shouldn't be running them in the front, though. That's just not a good idea. Looks like he's going to use these Marauders to try to pull them into that. Oh, the Vikings are going to go in. Oh, they're going to start. No snipe there. There are more Blinkstalkers coming in here. He did see the Vikings. Blinkstalkers are important. Level 2 weapons is now well on the way for LiquidHerO, as level 2 infantry armor for Hero is pretty far on the way. But even with oh, he does not like Mansk. And what's going to happen here? Very nice spread on the units, but they end up clumping together. There is a storm there, not the best storm. Oh, brilliant storm over there. taking out a lot of those Marines, a lot of those SCVs. Another storm forcing them to retreat back, forcing them to stay out of range, and just being able to have those Colossi obliterate them. There's just not enough here. Another 2 storms to take out everything. Storms left, right, and center. dignitasSjoW is almost dead, almost 0 units. This should be GG. GG! SjoW loses. Hero just outplaying him. A couple of mistakes on Hero's part. That engagement over here earlier on, but Hero just demonstrating why he won Dreamhack and why he deserves more attention. I have been Penguin, and thank you for tuning in.